Now the other thing that's gonna help these black folks, gonna help us get some power and some strength in this country, is money, because we all know money makes the world go round, right? It makes the world go round. You know, so see, there it is. There it is.
Cha-ching.
Money makes the world go round. So you know, one of the things that I've been getting into during this pandemic, thanks to Esquire and Doc, stock trading. Been trying to move these stocks, make a little bit of money. You know, the biotech, the people coming up with the vaccines they're making me some money right now. So you know, I think it's only right to hand this one off a little bit to our experts over here. But
Doc been making all that money.
Esquire's the one, man. Now, we have this conversation every morning. I think that's one of the things I love about our group chat is just like we really talk about life. And for sure, I think, like you said, in terms of this world, and especially being in this capitalist society, you got to make a little bit of money, and investing, I think, is really important. And I think the younger that you are, when you get into it, the better. So like, you know, some interesting stuff that happened recently. So the Apple decided to do a split, and which is nice. So if you own any Apple shares, you know, 1 for 4. So that was a good move. And then today, Tesla just essentially did the same thing. So 1 to 5. So if you couldn't afford the stock before, now is your time to get in.
So explain exactly what that means to people who may have no idea what you mean when you say they split their stocks in 5 to 1, 1 to 4, and 2, 3, 3, 2, all that.
So yeah, like in general, when companies basically are selling shares of their stock, it's a way for them to raise capital for their company. So you can own essentially a small percentage of that company. Some companies start to make so much money, like Apple, where the share price goes to this astronomical level and people can't really afford it anymore. And so in order to kind of make it more accessible for more people, you can fundraise more. They basically are splitting the stock. So if you own 1 share, it's now equivalent to you owning 4 shares. And for Tesla, if you own 1 share, you now own 5. Right. And Tesla, I think, is trading at like what, 3,000 something right now.
About 14 something, 1,400.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm way off.
So no, it makes it more accessible for sure. The great thing about it is that I mean, obviously, you know, if you can't afford $400, like and they split it 4 ways, you can afford $100, you can get in on a great company, which is kind of, you know, they have fractional shares now, so you can basically buy fractions of a share of a company now anyway.
But every platform doesn't do fractional.
Every platform doesn't do that, and I think it's not as newsworthy as like, hey, we're splitting our shares.
Come in, guys, get some. Is basically what they're saying.
The fractional shares, owning 25% of Apple right now doesn't sound good as like I own 1 share of Apple, right? So like, yeah, I completely get it. It's great. It splits everything. So if you're into options, if you have 1 contract for 100 shares, for people who know options, you now have you can control 400 shares. And it splits the premiums as well as the strike price, everything. So the value stays the same, but the cost goes down. That's all it means.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been enjoying it. It's a little bit of a roller coaster ride, though. You gotta pick the right things. I feel like if you try to be too smart, sometimes you can lose some money. But
and scared money don't make no money.
That's true.
Okay?
Facts.
That's true.
You gotta stand firm in your positions, just like in anything in life. When you make a decision, if you stick with it in stocks, I think you'd probably be better off. I think everybody's bailing, especially today, because today was a little rough.
Today was rough.
So, you know, you got to stand firm in your beliefs.
But I'd encourage you guys to get out there and look at it at least. See what you think about it. I mean,
you don't have to be rich to dabble in the stock market either. I think that's something that holds back a lot of people, thinking that they don't have enough to invest. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, and it doesn't take a lot. You don't need thousands and thousands of dollars to get in.